Toby, Portner, and Hayley from HIFI, Hawaii
HIFI,
Fashion
yay! Give it up.
On, girls.
Fashion. I've been watching, does anybody know the show Project Runway? Yes, I've been watching like all seasons. Like I went to season 1 last night. I'm like obsessed again. All right, here you go.
Hey, good morning everybody. I'm Toby.
Good morning, my name is Hayley.
Oh, thanks. We're so happy to be here. HIFI showed up last year as a judge to Lemonade Alley, and we were so impressed by the creativity and the ideas, and honored to be asked to come today and talk to you about blowing up your brand. And the two things we're going to talk about really are the uniforms and the mascots. So just a show of hands so we know where everybody is right now, who already has some ideas about your uniform? You guys are thinking about that already? Okay, so Kathy shared some things this morning that we can talk about again right now when it comes to the uniform and the mascot. And she used clap, you remember that? And we're going to ask you to write down the word KISS. KISS, K-I-S-S. I know, I'm seeing some faces, but it's a good one to remember. And does anybody know what it stands for when we're talking about design and ideas?
Keep it simple, silly.
That's right. Keep it simple, silly. And that's a really great thing to remember when you're working with your team, because when you're creative and you have all kinds of ideas about what to wear and what you're going to do, you can go crazy. And then you forget that what you're doing here is selling lemonade and promoting a charity. So we want you to remember that basic thing. Keep it simple, silly. And to help you with that, there are 3 things that we want you to think about. One is being practical. Hayley, do you want to say anything about that?
Yeah, just to kind of reiterate what Heather spoke about with the upcycle and repurposing things. You can do that with your uniform as a combined team in very simple ways without spending money. And truly what you should look for is just bringing that one wow factor that you know represents you and your team, and trying to find things within your own closet, in your own home, to create that look and not spend a lot of money actually. And that's where your creativity shines, and that's where all your great ideas come from, and it will help showcase who you guys are when you're promoting your lemonade. So being practical is just the best way to go, and you can do it very resourcefully and be very thrift-minded when you're doing it.
So you're making and serving lemonade, and you're going to be on your feet all morning. So are you going to be wanting to wear shoes that are uncomfortable? No. Do you want sleeves that are hanging down long that are going to drop in your lemonade? No, right? Do you want a shirt or a cape or something that's falling off that you have to kind of keep adjusting? No, you want to keep it simple, and that's what we mean by practical also, that your uniform does not get in the way of your work. And then economical. We weren't here last week, so we didn't hear what you learned about your planning, but on your template there was something that you wrote down about your budget, right? How much money you're going to make from your product. And we want you to remember when you're planning your uniform that you don't want to take away from that profit with the money that you spend on your uniform. So again, what Heather said about reusing, that's a great idea. Look in your closet and see what you already have. And you want to, when you're keeping it simple, stick to one thing that's consistent. And that goes with the C from clap, right? What's consistent in your group? So you each have different styles, but maybe it's your color of your shirt, or you're each wearing a hat, or you're going to have goggles to go with your theme. So it's about keeping it simple, keeping it consistent, and keeping it out of the way of your work. So the same thing applies for the mascot. We didn't think too much about that part of it until this morning when we heard that was a part of your deal. But again, it goes with your theme. You don't want to get in the way of what it is that you're trying to do, selling the lemonade and the charity. So thinking about what your charity does and what kind of a symbol represents that, and working that into your booth design.
And I would say, the mascot, you could probably experiment with that in so many ways. I'm not sure if there's contingencies, but I think even having something that you feel like is a good symbol